Welcome, everyone, to Talented Universe. And it is the 24th of May in 2026. And we are hoping we get some fans from the Ark to tune in and ask us questions and make statements live. We would really appreciate it. But we're probably going to have someone else join us in a few minutes, but they were running a little bit late. But Greg, welcome.
Hey,
Whoa.
Greg.
We're excited. And of course, Marcia. Marcia, how are you doing?
Hello. You forgot one Marcia. Marcia.
Well, yeah, but that's the other show. So when we have the Brady Bunch, we go into that, But we haven't had Brady Bunch people for a while, so we can't do that all the time.
Mhm.
But here we go.
You got the Band-Aid on your nose.
Exactly.
All
Michael B.
Michael B, how are you
Michael
doing?
B.
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing good. We are ready to talk about the Ark,
Mhm.
season 1, episode 4, 5, and 6. I don't even know what to say. I picked up stuff that I missed the first 12 times I saw it. And it's either I totally forgot. I don't know which it was. But
Well, you're going to have to refresh my memory as well because I haven't watched 4, 5, 6 yet.
Shame on you.
I did the first time, but I didn't get a chance to rewatch it yet. I've been kind of busy.
Oh, shame on you. But hey, well, anyway, we will refresh your mind. Marcia, do you want to go ahead on the title of episode 4? Thank you.
Yeah, so we like to start with the title of the episode, which was We Weren't Supposed to Be Awake. And it was written by Rebecca Rosenberg and directed by Sandra Mitrovic. And fans love this episode. And even if you haven't watched it in a while, once we start talking about it, it's all going to come back like a wave and blow
Like
you over.
comet water.
With its fun. Yeah, so we are. I love a show that teaches me things. Every once in a while I'll get a term and I'll go to research it and I'll find out, oh, this is something that really exists. And I think that is very cool. So when we open the episode, we see Angus and he's talking to his lovely plants. Now, does that kind of refresh anybody's memory?
It does. Because I know he was setting up shop because I started rewatching all of them. And I remember him clearing out the space, getting all of his precious dirt in and setting it up. So, yeah.
And he starts saying things like, oh, tell Papa Angus what's wrong. So I'd like to know.
Poor Katie Cabbage.
What did you
think? Oh, poor Katie Cabbage. I mean,
what
that
did you
was horrible.
Think of that? What? Tell me your emotions. How did you feel about that?
Well, I was very upset about Katie Cabbage. That's all I can say. I mean, she was having a rough time with that comet water. That's all I can say.
And he was encouraging them to drink up and because now the engines are back online and everybody's happy, they can drink, it's I love those little tiny glasses that they had one sip of water in.
There's your shot glass for the day.
That was it. So as we open the episode, we see the Angus and the plants, and then Bryce comes in and starts teasing him about talking to the plants, and Angus says, no, I really wasn't talking to them.
And then he said, did you name them?
No, I didn't.
No more than any other good botanist.
Yeah. And as we go along, then something strange starts to happen. And the hallucinations to begin. Do you remember maybe what was one of the first hallucinations that you noticed?
Oh golly, I'm trying to remember now. There was a couple, and a couple of them I wasn't sure,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was the thing, and especially one when Bryce came in and was talking to Lane, and I went, he is he on something, and that's why he's acting like this? And then, oh no, he was the hallucination, because then Bryce came around the other way. I thought that was like, okay, well, a lot of people are having this, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember like one of the, if not the first, one of the first was Felix hearing the baby.
Yes.
That
yes,
was the
crying.
first one.
Yeah, crying. That's right.
And that took me by surprise.
You'd forgotten about that?
Well,
or
we
you
hadn't
just
seen it before. No, I mean when I first watched it.
Oh, when you first watched it, okay.
Because I thought, a baby? Felix? Okay.
I have forgotten so much.
Mm-hmm. Say that again? Uh-huh.
What'd you say, Michael?
I have forgotten so much. I don't even remember that part.
Well, no, I can totally relate, Michael, because when I looked at it again after, and this probably about almost 2 years, I mean, I had forgotten a lot of things.
Wow.
Well, and Felix heard the baby crying, and then he looks and he sees this guy who we don't know who the guy is first, and he's holding a baby, and I thought, and he's got a suit on. I thought, okay, what is this? What's going on? And then we realized that that's his husband and their baby, and in between all this, we have poor Dr. Kabir, who is in med bay, and she's totally exhausted
and hallucinating.
And hallucinating. And you remember who she hallucinated? She hallucinated
Dr. What's his name that created Captain Garnett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sharon. Mm-hmm.
And then and what else is Kabir doing?
Oh, besides the amphetamines?
Yeah. She starts to pop those pills.
She's really popping them. Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, you do remember that, Michael, huh?
I do remember that. That carried on for quite a bit, and that was the main theme in that story.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she asked if she needed help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And also, and then Trent.
Yes, then Trent.
And his, it was so much that I almost didn't know, like Michael, what was a hallucination and what was real.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to go. If we'd have had, we thought we were going to have a guest on today, and if we had, I was going to look at number 4 again, because I wanted to know which was which, and sometimes I didn't know. I didn't know, even though I've seen it many times. But getting the perspective of what happens afterwards and looking back at this, it's a whole different perspective sometimes.
Yeah.
Because all the characters grow and change, and you just kind of go, oh, that's right, this is the way they were.
Yeah. I didn't even remember that story arc with Trent being part of the undercover, whatever was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the undercover of Mr. Trent. Yeah.
And he was really dedicated, Mr. Trust.
Mr. Trust. I know it was a T. Yeah.
He was totally. What is that song from Greece? Totally devoted to you.
Mm-hmm.
He was, and he was started talking about his mission.
Yeah. And everybody that was listening was, what's he talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had no clue. No clue.
So it looks like we have some people in the chat room. So we would love.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. Please.
Say hi. And we also, every episode, somebody speaks the title of the episode. So one of you can let us know who in the cast spoke the title "We Weren't Supposed to Be Awake." That's all.
I never caught on that.
You never did.
Now I'm gonna watch for that.
Yeah, someone says the title
Every episode.
every single episode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I didn't remember that.
I never even caught that. No.
All right, I get a gold star.
There you go, gold star.
Ooh.
Or how do we
Well,
do
the sad part is, Marcia, I remembered who it was yesterday, and it's gone from me, and I can't remember who it is. I think I know, but I'm not 100% positive
Nope.
this time.
Zip, zip, zip.
I
zip.
was good. I was good last week, but
You were good. You were
I was good last week, but
Well,
not.
do you remember
not this
who
week.
Alicia saw?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who did
Oh,
she
yeah.
see?
Dominic.
No, Alicia. She saw her mother.
Alicia.
Oh, Alicia. That's
Yeah,
right.
she saw her
Ava
mother.
saw Dominic.
Ava saw Dominic. Yeah.
Yes. And actually, I did remember that when she was at the table eating, talking to Trent,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Stop wasting time with that boy."
Mhm.
Oh boy, I remember this scene.
Oh, has someone said that to you about you?
My mother didn't approve of most of my lady friends.
I think all moms are like that.
So Alicia's got her mom, and Alicia's falling for Trent, obviously.
Oh, obviously, yes, yes.
But Trent has his eyes on somebody else. Well, she's not here anymore, but not there anymore, but
Yeah. I mean, he was all geared up. He played Alicia. I mean, so well. I mean, and it's sad because it really hurt her. It really hurt her.
it really did. It really did. So Sharon, we start to learn about her and her sister.
Yes.
More about her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Denise.
forgot that they revealed that she was a clone that early in the show.
Yeah, they did.
Mhm.
Well, they had to because she was just getting. She was up for the murder of what's his
Jasper
name?
Dates.
Jasper.
And that also set up the following episodes where you had the people on the planet. They were the same as the second officer, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never did care for him. It's not his kid.
No, and I'll tell you, I was telling Marcia last week, seeing Lane again
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Oh God,
I just hated him. I hated him.
I think we're supposed to.
Oh, I think we were.
Yeah.
But it was just
But
awful.
they really kind of, forced that too much, I think.
Yeah, but then they made his brother really likable.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. If they did that, make it the opposite for having him come back, because if you think about the original writing in that, where they made him the bad guy or made him where he wasn't really likable, how much longer could we put up with him on the show?
Yes, and I think they did it about the right time. So
Yeah, and I think rewriting and it gave them an avenue to recast him for himself and have a different persona. So,
have a new character to play.
yeah, we're gonna save you.
Yeah, because he was pretty hateful in the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean, he wouldn't take anything.
yeah.
Anything.
But I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Of course. Marsha.
Do you have any thought about how Sharon took control of everything? She put herself in the leadership position without talking to anybody, without consulting anybody.
Well, as I said last week, in my opinion, neither of the guys even tried to do anything. They were just standing there, and everybody wanted answers. They didn't step up.
Yeah, and I think that was, if you look at their characters, the way they're written is they're very immature in how they handle things. They're very emotional about it, and there are times, and in my professional career, I've worked with women most of my adult life. From the time I entered federal service in '85 all the way through, I've always had somebody in charge of me, and it's always been a woman. And they have, for the most part, been very steady in how they handle things. But guys are a little bit more, I don't like that fucker, and very emotional about their responses. So yeah, I can see her taking lead like that.
What an interesting perspective. Hmm.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. Because I've worked, in big companies, and generally, women lead practically, where
Yeah.
men are by nature more competitive.
Yeah. And if you piss them off, you're on their bad side. Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, there's been, good male leaders, and there's been bad female leaders in my history, but for the most part, women are better at planning. I think.
I won't argue with you there. I love
Which is why I never
because I'm not prepared for this.
Why it was such a thing not to have, women in important positions, because, maybe that's part of the competitiveness. Maybe they don't, want to see that, women can be probably more competent leaders.
Okay. Well, we do have a crisis. Everybody's running around with all these.
Yeah. Two crises.
And they can't figure out what did you think about the resolution of the crisis, and how they found out?
Well, I just think it was very good that Angus, through his hallucinations, figured out that it was the water, because of Miss Cabbage, and things.
I also like, not only did he hallucinate Sharon, but he hallucinated Sharon like she was going out on the town.
Oh yeah,
all dressed up, and hair done up nice, and yeah.
And
good imagination.
She was actually she was pushing up on him, as the vernacular.
Yeah. Which was injuries, but I thought that was good, and and then he kind of collapsed, wasn't it? Right after, pretty close after he said everything, and then he collapsed and he succumbed to the stuff. I guess that hallucination was too much for him.
I did think that the wrap up was a little too much, like, too easy, like the Star Trek Next Generation wrap ups that were, almost ridiculous, and a trope. Alicia putting 2 and 2 together from the doctor's notes. As smart as she is, that seemed a little far-fetched. And also, their ability to synthesize, knowing how much of that protein to put in the water to not only cure everybody, but counteract, the molecule.
Yeah.
That's in the water, so they can keep the water, and then everybody getting over the hallucinations like almost immediately.
That was the other that bothered me, that they drank the water and it was almost instantaneous.
Yeah, you brought up a valid point where as far as Alicia finding out, yes she's smart, but they make all the characters way more immature than you would think they would be, given that they're on a space vessel for a long duration flight to a new place.
Well, remember, Michael, they were not the first tier. They were.
No. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that, but it's kind of like they really dumbed down their characters too much, and then gave them these shining moments where they go ahead and solve a problem.
Well,
especially Bryce, because Bryce was, he might have been a junior officer, but he was an experienced officer.
Yeah. But Alicia, they dummied down her character, I think, too much.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, she was, both her and the Scottish name that I can never remember.
Bryce.
No, the other, the guy, the kid with the Scottish name, Angus.
Oh,
They're like recent college grads. I mean,
Right.
they're,
But you're
They're
not
like-
expecting them to be 13, 14, 15 years old in the way they do things. You expect them to be a little bit more mature.
yeah.
It's kind of like that giddy schoolgirl type of thing they've got her pegged in.
Well, I mean, looking back, I mean, the first episode struck me as it was going to be a lot more of like the science, technology, engineering stuff, pointed towards young adults.
Yeah.
The show seemed, it seemed like it was going to start in that direction. So my guess is in the beginning, those characters were expected to be relatable to teenagers.
I guess.
Because my very first impression of the show is this is going to be a great vehicle for introducing kids to STEM.
Yeah.
mhm.
Especially
I didn't have that
through those
notion
two
at all.
characters.
That's interesting. So things changed then for you as far as their point of view. To me, later on was not at all pointed toward.
No, it became more of a drama. But in the beginning, it's like, especially when they were introducing Alicia and Malcolm. I mean, Angus.
Yeah.
Malcolm. Okay.
Why do I do that with that poor kid's name? Character's name. But later it became more about the drama. And the science looked like it was starting to take a back seat for the most of the show. And that was another criticism I had with episode 4 is there was supposed to be, you got the impression there was going to be this subplot of Angus investigating the chemical.
Yeah.
And
They
it was
did
like just a little bit with the glove and the airlock,
they
and
did.
then a
Mhm.
very little bit at the end. And it was like,
Yeah.
it was almost disappointing to you had this huge thing from the earlier episode where the stuff that was on the hull of the ship was eaten through the spacesuit, and then it was barely 2 minutes throughout the episode was dedicated to it.
Because that's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you would think that the reveal that it was, an element that, isn't known to us yet would be a lot bigger. There would be a lot more conjecture, a lot more lead into the conjecture of where it could have come from, instead of just this little quick dialogue at the end of the show. But other than that, I love that particular.
Well, they did go more into it in episode 5.
And then
They did,
Mhm.
yes.
So that's a good segue to go into.
Mhm.
Well, first we have to say who spoke the title. in-
Nobody tried to guess.
Nobody
No.
tried to guess.
I
So how-
didn't. I didn't catch it.
I
pick up on that.
think
Okay.
it was Lane, but I'm not. 100%. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm. I think he did another one, but I don't think I couldn't.
It was
I couldn't remember.
actually Cat.
That's right. It was Cat. Yes, I knew there
But she
was.
wa-
I didn't write it down. I wish I'd
counseling
written it down
session.
because I knew I'd forget it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, nobody got it in the chat room because no one tried. So
But maybe next time. Next episode, which is One Step Forward,
Two steps
steps
back.
Cha Cha Cha, which was written by, it says it was written by Kendall Lampkin, who had been kind of the second writer in the first
Mhm.
few episodes. And then Rebecca Rosenberg,
was
directed
the
again
story
by
editor. Yeah.
by Sandra. And we'll jump over the title. But okay, it starts with Lane. Oh, you'll love Lane. You already don't like him, and
For good reason.
he goes into the med bay, and he knows that Dr. Kabir is in distress, and he offers to help. Oh, I'll help you.
Oh,
Why don't
yeah,
you
do whatever you need.
go take a rest? I'll take care of this. There's nobody in med bay. Convenient,
Yeah.
Greg.
And then he gets what he wants.
Which is
Anyone remember? I remember. He went and looked at Sharon's medical records.
he looked at Sharon's medical records. Yep.
Mhm. Her classified
Yeah.
medical
Yeah.
records.
Well,
yes.
and I'm going to say right here that I think that he was right to do that. Maybe not underhanded, but he needed to know, he deserved to know because it was so critical to the running of the ship. To me, at that time, in my opinion, I think that he was right about Garnet. Once he found out about Garnet being a clone and knowing the history of clones and that he was right to say there is some risk here.
We
And,
can't.
and it's so ironic knowing what happens next season.
So do you think maybe he was a little bit right about
No. I think look, if he needs to know, then he
Mhm.
can ask first. If the information is not coming, then you can say why.
Mhm.
What is it that you're hiding? Okay.
well, he
my-
did.
Well, but
He
to still
challenged her
go,
several times. Yeah.
but to still go behind, if it's a nothing burger and they really don't need to know, then he shouldn't be going off into the records to.
See, I've
Chain
never
of
been in
command
military.
also wasn't formal either.
No.
So it's there's a lot of
It just
stuff
makes it more
that could have
underhanded.
readily been resolved if there was a contingency in place.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think they had to do it that way just so that you'd have the contention and the drama, and he would always be vying for,
And it just reinforced why he didn't like him.
yeah,
Gotcha,
pretty much.
Michael.
And another little
Gotcha.
mark on his bad
Yeah,
calendar.
that's number 10.
That's it? I thought it was more than that.
I'm generous.
And that brings me to what became one of Sharon's favorite phrases to say. I'm going to put you out of the
Airlock.
okay. I'm going to make a little tally. How many times is Sharon going to say, I'm going to put you out of the airlock? It's sort of, it reminds me of All in the Family, Archie Bunker, or Ralph Crandon. To the moon, Alice.
Yep.
Okay, so what did you think when you found out that Sharon was a clone?
Well, explain the video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
It.
did that change your thought about her being in charge at all?
No.
No.
I mean, a clone is a clone is a clone is a clone. If they're capable, and look, she's the one that took lead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the other ones didn't, and they could have. They could have, but
And
they
up to that
didn't.
point, she had proved herself time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, she's got everybody's best interest in heart. So yeah, it wouldn't change my mind.
Well, she does make Lane her second in command.
Which is stupid.
Really? Why do you think
Stupid.
that?
Well,
who do you think? Okay.
I would have picked somebody else that was not on the bridge. I would have picked maybe I don't know what her name is. The engineer.
Ava?
Oh, Ava.
Ava. Yeah.
Ava?
Ava.
Boo.
I would have said maybe Strickland.
Strickland would be good.
Hmm. But he's not military.
So
Doesn't matter.
It's a joint mission anyway.
Hmm.
especially when all the
Everything was
military
thrown out
people
the
are
airlock
gone.
when that one thing exploded.
Okay,
So,
Michael.
Mind you, the whole premise of the show has the biggest flaw of all. They made the cryostasis parts of the ship, those stasis bays, vulnerable, and they put all the leadership in one of them.
Yes.
yeah.
So the whole premise of the show, at its nature, is a flaw.
Yeah.
So you have to
Dear
get past
Gene
all of
Devlin.
that.
We're going to help your writing out. Let's start all over.
Really? Okay. Well, you mentioned Felix.
Yeah,
Like,
I like Felix.
Yeah.
he's logical. In fact, I thought he was a robot at first.
ooh.
I mean, he's matter of fact. He's
Yeah.
He's
very
focused.
unemotional when it
focused.
comes to getting
focused.
things
Yeah.
done.
Hmm.
Can't sway him. Once
Ethical.
He's set. Yeah.
Hmm. What made you think? Was it because he wasn't attracted to a cat in the shower? Or did that
No.
enter into that a little
No.
bit?
I think just he's very directed. Once he makes up his mind about something, he goes gung ho for it, and nothing's going to stop him. But the thing that I always look at it this way: why would you have senior leadership all in one area on the bridge? If something were to happen, wouldn't you want containment someplace else? Have somebody in second command who's not in that area, they can come up at a moment's notice.
Military thinking.
Navy brat.
That's why.
Oh, somebody's got a fan.
Grandson of a Navy brat, and
I think somebody has a
too
fan
much
in the chat
too
room.
much
Yeah.
military style science fiction.
That's either Michael Day or me.
It's me. It's me.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sandy. Hope you're doing good. There we go. That's her dog. Yeah.
Yay. Well, and this is an important episode as well because well, before we do that, Ava traps Felix when Felix confronts her, and she just goes wild.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, that was too much. That
what
was
did
too
you
much.
thought it was funny?
Well, it wasn't it? Was this where becomes the prime suspect, and she
Yes.
said,
Yes.
I didn't watch these recently, but there was something about if she killed somebody that wouldn't be how she would do it.
She wouldn't use a knife and cut their throat. She would put them in an airlock and turn off the oxygen. So it would look like they had a heart attack. And
I mean, that was the biggest "don't mess with me ever"
Yeah.
line I've
Yeah.
ever heard. I thought that was fantastic.
Mm.
I think that line defined Ava's character for the rest of the show for me.
Yeah. Don't mess with me.
yeah,
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Wow. And then we have the horrific leak,
yes.
which
The whatever
Radiation.
the
green slime.
the green slime, that was just like, oh,
Yeah.
poor guy. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Because it was like I looked at it, I said, did we ever see him before? And when I was watching it again, I go, oh, that's right, they die. That's why.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed in this episode that I hadn't noticed the first time around was that Kat had her tablet when she was alone in her office room, and it showed names on it, and um, it showed, and she tapped two names. She tapped Garnett, and she tapped somebody named Jeb Taylor. And I went back and I ran it back and I said, well, is she purposely tapping? So, and I don't know if we ever learned anything about that, but I took a screenshot and as I go through the rewatch, I'm going to see if it meant anything later on. But she definitely tapped those.
Well, remember, well, no, I'm not even I don't even want to bring this up because this is your thing. But you know, she was in charge of the genetic pairing.
We learn later.
Well, not much later, actually. So, but the only thing I can think of, maybe she was doing some work on that.
Maybe.
But I don't think she
That's what I
found
was
out yet that Trust was on the ship, though. So, yeah, I mean, that's episode.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's episode. See, I think he goes in and tells her on six, I think.
Later, yes.
Yeah.
So the whole radiation problem and solution, what were some of your thoughts about how they went about solving that? And character-wise, how it developed some of our characters like Bryce and...
Well, Bryce is ready to die because he felt that he's going to die anyway. Yeah. So why not go out in glory, do something. So that was all his take. And then I got a kick out of when Sharon volunteers. Nobody wanted her to do it because she was the captain. And some of them were finally realizing that she was the one that is going to lead them. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of an interesting little twist, or if you want to call it that. But it's as I said, it looking back, retrospectively, it's just amazing where the characters end up. Some of them, and then
we get back to Trent,
and then we have Trent that still talking about his thing that he has to do, and nobody knows what he's talking about, and then he volunteers and he says, because I'm doing it because of this is what I'm supposed to do. I have to protect Arc One. And people are still going, what is he talking? What do you mean? And then after he does sacrifice himself. Now, what got me is how many people were dead in the corridor.
Yeah.
I did not realize how many people had been trapped with the radiation and didn't get out. That's just surprised me when he was going over the bodies. That was like, ooh, But I don't know.
It was interesting,
especially because that was only like that was a subset of the crew that survived the original incident.
Yeah. So they were losing people left and right. So
over the air
maybe
last
to keep the cast small and explain why they don't have a lot of extras.
Probably, yeah.
We need another red shirt this episode.
No, they all kind of had the same shirts on, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, if they focus on somebody we've never seen before,
they're dead.
That's usually a good sign that they're the ones that are going to be a victim.
But then again, we were all focused on Cosmo. Not Cosmo. Sorry. No, that's a whole nother. He goes too. I'm just trying to remember people's names and I can't remember. Ava's first boyfriend. Dominic. Harris. Yeah. They focused on him a lot and they killed him off in the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, I think that maybe they did that intentionally for Ava's character or something.
Oh, I think so. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But at least he was in 2 more episodes, showing his face. So
yes.
Yes.
Well, Trent did believe in Lane enough to tell him a huge secret.
Yes, he did. And he recorded it because it was funny because when he died, I thought, I thought he told Lane everything. And then it was because I'd forgotten it was on a tape that he saw it.
Mm.
And then he did the searching of trying to find this place and then he found it and saw the truss.
That's bizarre.
And then stumbled.
I remember that
across the
from because I hadn't gotten that far into this one, and I remember that remember that happening in the first watch through, and I'm thinking, holy cow! Now, did they also reveal the DNA library?
Yes. What happened is he was having a pad and he was doing something and he dropped his pad and it flew on the floor and it hit the wall and he went over to the wall and he saw a button that raised up a door.
Yeah.
And then inside was the thing and he opened up one of the things and that was the DNA vault.
That was really cool.
That was a huge room. Huge room.
I would have expected though that they would have had some way to carry, seeds with them. Maybe eggs for pollinators and stasis. Agriculture would have to be a major startup anywhere where they got
anywhere.
That would be the first thing you would want to do is make sure you be able to plant, especially considering they made such a big deal about why Angus was on and who he was
and what he did was able to do what he did because he didn't follow the rules.
Right.
Well, and there was another huge reveal. There was another huge reveal. Did you just say that at the end of that episode? It was when Garnett was looking out of they were looking out at the asteroid or whatever they thought it was, and on the other side was Arc 3 at the end of the episode.
Okay. No, that was that was at episode 6.
No, that was 5.
It was 6.
I don't think so.
I would argue.
I don't remember. I didn't get that far.
Maybe I wrote it on the wrong thing. I wrote it on my notes. Maybe I.
No, that was at the end of 6.
Okay.
Because that was because that's the episode that.
Oh, wait a minute! The huge reveal at the end of 5 was that Trust was there.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, 6 was seeing the other arc. Yeah.
Okay. So before we flip the page, then who spoke 1 step forward, 2 steps back? Michael, you should get this one.
I should.
Michael.
What is it? Because it's Lane? Is that what you're telling me?
Ava?
Nope.
Well, then it's Sharon. Then.
Who said Sharon?
I did.
Michael Day.
It was Sharon.
Yeah.
It was Sharon. It was almost near the end of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last one for this evening is episode 6, which is the animals go into the ark
2 by 2.
And I think it was important on the screen. They said this happened 3.2 months, Earth months later, to set us up for, I think, all the stuff that we were gonna see in this episode between them characters. So it was written by Jonathan Glassner, directed by Milan.
Which one?
Konjevic.
Oh, Konjevic. Okay.
And the title was spoken by
by Marsha. We know that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we open with Kabir, who is a total freak out mess by this time. She's gone. She can't handle anything.
No, she's not there. I mean, she is just so
overworked, overstressed.
Too many stimulants.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I love that Felix really, he didn't jump down her throat like an
No,
animal.
no. He was very nice, and he basically said, "I'm sorry I couldn't help. I mean, the all the investigation for the murder is all taken care of. I can help you now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
He was
so
very
nice.
grounding in the episode. So
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, and there, Alicia and Angus are looking for that. What was that? Element 238.
Yeah, they're looking for that, and then they found it, but they also found the stuff that had gotten their ship.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they had the big thing about, well, how do we do this? What do we do? And it was very, very interesting. And then this is when Sharon's extra DNA came in handy again, because the solar sail did not work right,
Mm-hmm.
and someone had to go out and fix it. So she did, and she got lots of radiation, but survived.
I almost couldn't look at her when she was all fried like that. They really did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
a couple hours
And-
in the makeup chair.
Yeah. But so and Bryce ends up lights out on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah,
And
I think
then-
that was that the first time. Was that the time because it was the time that Ava found him?
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, did it surprise anybody? It surprised me that Ava was the one who carted him to his bunk.
Oh,
And I
she
thought-
must be stronger than you think. That's all I can say.
Oh, come on now. Y'all must have thought,
She's an
Ava?
engineer. She figured it out. Let me get a cart.
What is it? You give me a what, and I'll move the world. Give me a
Give me a lever strong enough or a lever long enough and a something, and yeah, move a mountain.
yeah. So I thought, okay, yeah, she's an engineer. She figured it out.
Yep.
You go, Ava. So we've got and then we've got a sweet scene between Garnet and Lane in Garnet's chambers in her.
In her chambers. Ooh.
Oh, that's
It
right.
is. Where she hauls out a bottle of booze.
Yeah. Contraband.
yeah.
Contraband.
And this kind of it turns things, doesn't it? Between them.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that, Admiral Greg?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. I think this was like they called a truce or something. It's like they
They sat down and kind
yeah,
of
had a
made
heart
peace.
to heart
Yeah,
and
relax. Take a beat.
Yeah.
committed to the ship. Yeah.
Each revealed a little to each
Yeah.
other.
Yes, but the punchline was
Mhm.
Sharon said, "No more secrets between us," and Lane had a big one.
Yeah.
Gee, what was Lane's secret? So why do you think he didn't tell her?
I'm just thinking, just because of, I think he was still in shock a little bit. But then again, was this before he talked to Kat or after he talked to Kat?
It's after he talked to
It would
Kat.
have to be after because it
Yeah.
was the last scene of the episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, second to last.
Yeah. So, and she told him not to tell anybody. So,
Yeah, and we learned
and
later
she
why.
wasn't, yeah, we know why. Yeah.
Yeah.
But because she got so
Everybody was
excited.
feeling-
Trust is here. Trust is here. Ooh, my boyfriend's is here. Yay.
My boyfriend's back and it's gonna
Yeah. So that, I mean, that was fun. That was fun.
Secrets,
Yep.
secrets.
So this is the one that led up to them finding the derelict, right? The very
Yes.
last scene was the
The
derelict.
last thing was the derelict. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
It was Bryce and Ava going on the shuttle, and Ava insisted on going because she was afraid that Bryce would pass out again,
Yeah.
and
And
he did. And so she told everybody that he'd gone to the bathroom.
I believe that.
Because
Like
they
they
were
don't
all
have-
wondering where he was, and he said, "Oh, he'll give you the thing. He's in the bathroom right now." And he was passed out.
Oh, does anybody remember the origin of Clampkins? Because the actors spoke about it, or the writers spoke about it on one of our shows that we had.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. It was somebody that somebody knew was there. That was their name or something, if I remember. I just
Yeah,
don't
I
remember
think
the
It had to
details.
do with like, you know, the progress on Earth and stuff. It's like we did it to ourselves or something, wasn't it?
Something
Or am
like
I
that.
thinking of another show that had a similar?
Well, I thought it was named after someone that somebody
Yeah,
knew
that
on the.
somebody. I thought it was had something to do with somebody who either worked on the show or something like that.
Yeah, I just can't remember right now. Okay, Dean,
I'm
you got to
looking it
tell
up.
us right now. So if you're looking,
I am looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. It was a byproduct of a chemical that trust put into the atmosphere.
oh no, we know that, but there's a background story about
a real life story.
a real life story about
was
where the
named
name
after.
came from. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let me see if I read more here.
While he's doing that, Bryce had a hysterical line when after he had passed out, and he and Ava were still in their ship. And you remember what he said? He goes, "You love me, you want to kiss me." Okay, another thing. Anybody remember where that line is from? That was a Sandra Bullock movie.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Wasn't it the one where she was the beauty queen?
Yeah. Miss Congeniality.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
thought.
want to marry me? Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's a fan of that. Somebody's a
Mhm.
Bullock
I've seen it.
fan.
Oh, okay. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
It's the writer's name, Kay Lampkin.
The writer of the episode?
Yeah.
A
they put
writer.
K.
A writer.
He's a
And then-
staff writer, Kendall Lampkin.
Yeah. Who I
Okay.
was trying to get on the show. But that's a whole other story.
Yes,
You're
and
trying to get on
we've
the
been
show?
saying the episode. We've been saying the writer's name all this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. And yeah. He doesn't have any contact information on IMDb, so I'm going to go through my other sources. I couldn't do it when I wanted to because everybody's office is closed again. It's holiday, so
Yes.
so I will get them on. So
Yeah.
because this was before that we were doing major stuff with the Ark, so yeah. So this is where it was episode 5 and 6 when we started doing reviews and having guests on. So, but that's
Okay.
cool.
Two things.
Mhm.
They don't have seatbelts here either.
No, they don't. Mm-mm.
Michael B. Come on.
Okay, so I look at it this way. If you watch any science fiction show, they break so many rules that for myself, I sit and I watch to be entertained, not to get a lesson. Look, practicality goes out the window when you're writing a script. Mike will tell you, as long as we did Farragut, I mean, we never wore seatbelts. and we battled the Romulans and the Klingons and never had a seatbelt on. So yeah, you have to, just shake the camera a little bit, not worry about, yeah.
And maybe you're thrown out of your chair. You never know.
Just suspend a little disbelief. But yeah, I mean, all science fiction is like that. It's just, look how many times the monster grabbed the sea view when it's underwater and just rolling it like this. Everybody would have their brains scrambled by that time. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just the way we live.
It's just,
Entertain
I love
me.
that.
Entertain
That's
me.
just the way we live.
Yeah. Entertain me.
One of the coolest seatbelts I saw, I don't know if you saw the movie Valerian,
Yes.
where they reach their arms out and the seatbelt just comes over them.
Yeah.
I thought that was super cool. If you're going to have seatbelts, that's the way to do it.
Well, and if you watch like The Expanse, where they sit back in their chair and they get those tubes that come in and just inject whatever in and like, yeah.
That was a really neat concept to deal with G-forces.
They're actually they're saying that is probably what science fiction needs to be from now on, modeled after The Expanse, the way they did things.
I like The Expanse as well.
Yeah. Oh, it was so well done. Those guys had such a good story.
Yeah. Well, they're now
I'm
talking
curious
about
to see what their next project
Are they?
is.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I heard
I'll have
some
to look
things
into
about
that. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on Prime. It's really good, Marcia. It's more of an M show, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Garnet healing super fast. One, I thought it was fun to see, and also gave me a little tickle as to what else.
Yeah.
What else? And I think in season 3 we might see some more of that. What else?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
See, now going back and remembering that they did the Chimera thing with her with tardigrade DNA, and her sister was something different. I'm wondering, like all the other clones, did they have different things done to them? Like,
so we may not trust New Lane either.
Like, is Lane? Yeah, is like Lane? Is he hyper paranoid because maybe they mixed him with something that's like a prey animal?
Yeah, I think they're setting us up. So we are mid-season already.
Yeah, this is mid-season. This was the mid-season cliffhanger.
That's one of the things that disappoints me about these shows is modern shows don't have long runs, and you have to wait so long for the next new episode.
Yeah. Normal season was what, 24 episodes?
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah. For broadcast TV, and now we're down to 12.
Yep.
Oh, we lost Mike.
And I even remember even older shows had 30 episodes.
Yeah.
And more. And you look now, some of them had 8.
Didn't the daytime serials have they like ran all but like a month? They only took a month off or something.
Yeah.
Some of those old midday soap operas, they have hundreds and hundreds of episodes.
Yeah.
If you go back and like look at General Hospital or
Oh my God,
Young and the Restless, some of these really long-lived ones.
Thousands. And what does that do to what we can feel about the characters? It's got to be challenging for you as a fan to grab a hold.
You have to have really good character development.
Yes.
Right? And that's something I think the Ark did well, is they developed the characters with the stories.
Right. Rather than throwing it in your face and, it becomes disjointed. Ark was very good about introducing the characters and giving this background a little bit at a time for each of the, as they went through each of the stories and through the first season. again, going back to The Expanse did the same thing. And I got to
Yeah.
tell you, from my own part, I had to rewatch the first season for the first 5 episodes probably 3 times before I was able to catch everything
agree.
and move on further, because it was just so much information
Yes.
coming at you that, and that was, that was groundbreaking, because you watch it now and you got it. Yeah.
And they did such a good job
Yeah.
of, the book was more single threaded.
Mm-hmm.
I've only read the first book, but I understand that they took in elements of the second and third books and started those story arcs so that they could, establish certain characters that were back on Earth and on Mars and stuff.
Yeah.
And, the way that they did that, and, they kept the story arcs consistent through. And I really think the group that's working on the arc has done the same thing.
Yeah.
Going back and rewatching this stuff, it's like, they don't just drop a plot line. They kind of wrap it up neatly. They might, they might not have taken it as long as they originally thought they might, but like the thing with Trent, it's like, it led to a different plot line with Lane.
Yeah. And it's true. It's nice to be able to have an episode that has a carrying tone, or something to it, but at the same time, it's nice to have an episode wrap up something.
Yes.
So you feel like you got something accomplished and still have something trailing that you can look forward to in the next, few episodes.
And that's why, like, the Disaster of the Week or the Adventure of the Week or the Monster of the Week type shows are entertaining. It's like you could, back, like, say when X-Files, was broadcast, we didn't have pre-TiVo. You either remembered to VHS it or not.
Yeah.
You could miss an episode and not be lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
So having the episodic nature of the show plus the carrying plot line, if you miss one, you don't miss a lot.
Correct.
And they have to move the story. They have
Yes.
they have to cover.
And this show, it definitely seems like, it's like they have this overall idea and they're gonna get there. So, when they sit down and work on an episode, all they have to really work on is what are they doing in this episode for the week.
This is story A, this is story B.
Yeah.
And story C kind of continue into,
Yep.
So at this point in mid-season, if you kind of think back, what were you thinking? Were you thinking that, yes, I grokked the show, I'm going to stick with it? Or were you still kind of on the fence a little bit? Do you remember?
Well, I for myself, I was hooked by the second episode. I'll usually give it a first episode and a second episode. If I don't like it, I'll just forget it. But it was progressing, and so I continued to watch, and the episodes were getting better and better and better. I always kind of, I'll probably get shot for this. Star Trek: The Next Generation, the first 2 seasons, pretty much the first 2 seasons, were absolute garbage as far as acting. I mean, they were stagnant. The very first episode, going back to being able to introduce characters and have it be part of the story, that it was, you watch that, it was like, here's this person, here's what, it was very compartmentalized in the storytelling, and it absolutely sucked. And their acting ability in the first 2 seasons almost were just atrocious. It wasn't until the 3rd season they got their sea legs and were able to go ahead and pull off some great episodes. The Arc went ahead and did that from the get-go as far as having a good story. They didn't go ahead and tell you everybody's background in an episode. They string you along very nicely. The introduction flows. So yeah, and the acting is very good. I mean, the first time I saw Garnett's character, Christy Burke, Falling Skies, 4th season.
She was in Falling Skies.
Yeah.
I watched Falling Skies. I'll have to go back and look. Oh my God.
4th season. They're getting ready to vacate a settlement camp they've got, and she gets attacked by one of those things and killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I'll
she's
definitely take a
fantastic. I
look.
mean, for a bunch of young actors with with short
Resumes.
rap sheets, it's really a lot of talent. I'd say only maybe a few you can tell
There we go.
No,
have some
spit it
things
out.
they need to work on, but I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, Christy stands out.
Yeah.
Alicia
Yep. Eva, Bryce,
Ava's-
Hebrew. I think
even
Ava.
Ray, they all stand out as having
Yes.
the acting chops to carry the episodes.
Mhm.
And it never felt stilted at all in any of those characters.
I was frankly
woman that plays the
surprised that
doctor,
some of
she
them
is-
weren't American. Their accent, their accent coverage was really good overall.
Yeah.
And I was impressed, and has improved
Yeah.
along because
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
Michael and I were talking about this that I can tell now in season 2, and we'll talk about what they were like in season 1, and I can see the improvement along the way as well.
But it didn't take you out of the show when you first watched
No, it didn't.
it, and that's the plus.
And what about the sets?
It's funny because I had talked to, I remember Michael and I were talking to Christy, and she was like, yeah, when they first got on there, all the sets were real. There's no CGI, they really went to the nines to build all this stuff. And I think that's just phenomenal. I know how much time and patience goes into that.
The 360-degree sets are really cool.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job. There's another show that I remember the lead was talking about. It was one of the ones that oh no, I can't think of her name, but it was another sci-fi show. But basically the set was the ship. They could do long shots walking through the corridor from space, space to space, and it logically made sense for the ship. And it's like,
that it was the one they're bringing back as a cartoon.
Oh, Firefly.
I think that was the one. Yeah. They could do a long thing.
And when Firefly was canceled, Josh Whedon went ahead and took all those sets and put them in storage, and then they were able to do Serenity and have the same setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you could follow somebody from the cargo bay.
Yep.
To the bridge.
To the cockpit.
Yeah.
And costuming, Ivana is and her staff. It's got to be incredibly difficult to bring something new to sci-fi at this point. I'm thinking, and the challenge of creating new and is. I love the helmets. It's one of my favorite. Is the helmets and the compression suits that
was a really good idea. Yeah, the compression suits were a really cool idea. Because that's always been a criticism when you have somebody in stasis for a very long time. It's like their muscles would atrophy.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I'm really, by this point I'm in.
Yeah.
And I'm already looking and saying, oh no, there's only 6 more episodes.
No, yeah. I was in from episode 1. I hate to say, I mean, I really was. I enjoyed it. It was a little different concept, not what I expected. And as you were saying, I guess the acting was very good.
Yeah.
And I had seen some of the actors on other of Dean's shows, but there was a lot of them that had not been on D. They were relatively new actors, and I mean that was refreshing. That was refreshing.
Okay, one last question from me. Did you have a favorite character at this point? And if so, who was your favorite at this point?
I'm biased, so I can't say because who it would be at this stage. It's because they were our first guest on the network, so that doesn't count. So
I have 3, and I have 1 I don't like. I can't,
okay, that sounds good.
But Christy Burke, Ava, and Angus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's Ava and Strickland.
Yeah.
It's like I bounce back and forth between them, and like everybody else, most everybody else is a really, really close second.
mhm.
Except Lane.
Yeah.
I have to say Felix was my favorite
Okay.
because of a lot of the reasons that you talked about today. Is he was singular and apart yet compassionate.
Yeah.
And I love that Greg, you said you thought he was a robot at first. That was
Yeah, well, I thought he was going to be the show's Spock. I love the show, so don't take me the wrong way with what I'm about to say. It's tropish, it's predictable, but in a good way.
Mhm.
It's like
It's
it's
entertaining.
the kind of sci-fi you want to watch every week.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Michael.
yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So everyone stay tuned, watch the network, see if we have a show next week. I think we will, but something may happen in the scheduling, so just keep on rolling. And anyone have anything final to say, or is that going to be it?
I will watch. I won't be here next Sunday. I'll be in Louisville. And then I'll be back after that. So
Okay.
Where you going?
Wonderfest.
I didn't think about it until like last week. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Michael's going, and then I thought it'd be too late. For me
Well,
to,
what
like,
we'll
take-
do, Michael and B, is we'll say what we think you would say.
Ah,
and
there
then
you
when
you
you
go.
get back the next
There
time,
you
it's
go.
like, Marsha, I don't know what you were thinking, but
Well, and it's
No.
funny because I did manage to download every single one of the episodes. So I now have them on a little disc.
There you go.
So, yeah. So I can do my homework away from home.
all right.
There you go. That's good.
Also, I found out the Electric Now app is on Samsung. So if you have a Samsung device or television, you can download
There you
Okay.
go.
the app on the television
Electric
directly.
Now?
You don't need a Roku.
Electric Now. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good.
Yes,
They
yes,
redid the app, and it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yes, I
Yep,
agree.
and you can watch almost everything with ads for
See?
free.
I'm going to go there right now. Let's bring my home key up because I tried looking for it last time. Come on now. Come on. Oh, wrong remote.
Went
Sorry.
into outer space there for a second. He was aboard the
Yeah.
Enterprise.
Well, I'm going to sign off for everybody.
All
and then
right.
if anybody wants to talk after, I've got somebody
Right.
here, and I've got to get some stuff done. So everyone, take care. We'll see
All
you
right.
next time.
Later.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Take care, guys.